People picking Iowa aren't doing it because it's trendy. They're doing it because they've thought things through. They want affordable, predictable, and honestly boring in the best way possible. And if that sounds like you, Iowa might actually be a really smart place to start your LLC. In this video, I'll cover the steps for registering an LLC in Iowa, from documentation to fees, and also why founders get most of what they want out here without knowing about it, because the state delivers quietly with zero unnecessary drama. No hype, no shortcuts, just a calm walkthrough. If you are new here, I'm Bobby Casey. You can check out the rest later. For now, let me quickly introduce myself as the founder of Business Anywhere, helping entrepreneurs from around the globe set up U.S. companies remotely. Iowa comes up more often than people expect or probably imagine, especially among founders who prefer something stable over flashiness. Let's get to it then. First, why Iowa? Iowa is one of those states that doesn't bother too much about promoting itself. It's organized, it's affordable, and the rules are clear. If you're building a service business, an online company, consulting work, or something that doesn't depend on a specific coastal reputation, Iowa can be a very practical choice. The filing fee is low, the system is modern, and the ongoing compliance is reasonable, especially compared to states that demand something every single year. Before anything gets filed, you'll need to choose a business name. In Iowa, your LLC name has to be unique in the state and include LLC, LLC, or limited liability company. You'll check name availability through Iowa's fast-track filing system. It's online, it's quick, and it helps prevent you from submitting something that gets rejected later. This is a good moment to pause and think long-term. Branding, domain names, whether this name still makes sense a year or two from now. Iowa lets you change names later, but starting clean is always easier. The registered agent comes next. Every Iowa LLC must have a registered agent with a physical street address in the state. This is who receives legal documents and official state notices for your business. If you live in Iowa, you can act as your own registered agent. Just know that your address becomes public record and you're expected to be available during business hours. A lot of founders, especially those outside Iowa, choose a professional registered agent service so they don't have to worry about missing something important. All right, now we're ready to actually form the LLC. You file a certificate of organization with the Iowa Secretary of State on its fast-track filing portal to create your Iowa LLC. The filing is online, the system is very straightforward, and the state filing fee is just $50. You'll provide your LLC name, registered agent details, business address, and management structure. Once the state approves it, your Iowa LLC officially exists. No extra steps, no surprise fees. Let's move on to something Iowa does not require, but you want anyway. An operating agreement. The state never requires one, but this document usually spells out the ownership structure of your LLC and how members can make decisions within the company. Even in single-member LLCs, it helps show that the business is truly separate from you personally. Most banks and payment processors seem to expect it whether the state does or not. After that, apply for your EIN, and EIN is an employer identification number. It will be the federal tax ID of your LLC. You need it to open a business bank account in the U.S., employ workers, get paid by clients, and submit federal taxes. The good news? Absolutely free, directly from the IRS online here in just several minutes. Let's talk about taxes and licenses, because this part depends on what your business actually does. If your LLC sells products, has employees, or collects sales tax, you'll need to register with the Iowa Department of Revenue. Iowa doesn't have a single statewide business license, which keeps things simpler. But certain industries and local governments may still require permits or licenses, so it's always smart to check based on your situation. Here's where Iowa does something a little differently. Ongoing compliance. Instead of an annual report, it's a biennial report. Once every 2 years, the fee is $60. The report updates your business information with the state. As long as you file it on time and keep your registered agent current, your LLC stays in good standing. Fewer filings, fewer reminders, less noise. At the state level, this is what an LLC really looks like in Iowa. A $50 payment to set it up, an online filing, maintaining a registered agent, A biennial report is filed every 2 years for $60. That's literally it. There is no annual scramble. There are just steady, predictable deadlines to be met. One last thought before we wrap up this article. Iowa does not try to flash its wares. It does not attempt to compete with Delaware or California. For a certain breed of founder clarity, cheap, low maintenance, Iowa quietly does its job very well. That's why at Business Anywhere, we'll form your Iowa LLC for free. You only pay the $50 state filing fee. We also include your first year of registered agent service at no extra cost and help you stay on top of that biennial report. Check the link in the description for something stable and easy to manage. All right, now I want to hear from you. Is Iowa on your short list, or are you comparing a few practical states right now? Drop a comment and let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.